Okay, so I'm explaining something. That article, please read it. Um, it's like Speed does say he's a Holocaust survivor, and he is because his dad was. So his dad escaped from Europe when he was 14, and his family, the rest of the family, perished. And so Speed told me that, and when I started babysitting for him. And at that point, fucking termite in the coffee pot. Damn. Oh my God. It's fine. Oh man. So I can't have compassion for the third wife she is lying, and I'm trying to practice compassion for these women, but I mustn't. I must be strong, and they've all just been so horrible to me. And it's like Marissa, it's like, you're the gaslighter. She's a fucking loser too, and she's trying to teach me, but she's trying to school me. She goes to John Carroll University. Her ring, and then her ring triggered me because her ring looked exactly like the ring that I gave away. I gave away a $4,500 ring because I was so upset. And it looked like, okay, listen to this story. So she admits to us, and Becky was in the class, that she wanted a certain ring. These fucking bitches that go shopping and they pick out the ring. Oh shit. Okay, so she picks out this ring, and then he gets her a different ring. She's got mad at him. She's like, is that bad? I'm like, but the ring looked exactly like the ring I gave away that mine gave me. And he proposed to me, and it was very sweet. My sister like abused me. She had me go skiing. I didn't want to ski. I was pregnant, and I fell down, and she fucking didn't care. And so, it's just like, I shouldn't have done that. You're terrible. And so I'm being nice, but I'm like fucking multitasking. Fucking bitch. You fucking bitches. So oh my God. So, okay. I'm not, Alfred said don't dwell. I'm not dwelling. I just want justice. I want, you men to call the police on these bitches everywhere. And so they're everywhere. And so I start nannying, and he asked me, because he was a stay-at-home dad. So I met him at Gymboree. I was a Gymboree teacher, and I just thought he and EJ were so cute. They were, and he was like the only dad in the class. So I started babysitting, and then, Deborah was never around. She was always traveling. She was an investment banker for Bank of America. She made so much fucking money. It was sick. But he had some money. He served in the Israeli military for 2 years, you do. And then he was educated over there too. He has his master's degree in psychology. So he was awesome. Vegetarian, he's a cook, stay at home. He did everything. And then we had a great time, but Deborah was never around. And I believe Noah, she fucked some Arab guy for Noah. And it's like, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's like, I just want men to know. Speed raised Noah. Noah was great. No, but when you have, Noah was awesome. EJ, she was a good big sister. She loved her brother. And, she's not a bad person. She's just spoiled, and she looks like a Habsburg. So Noah looks completely like an Arab guy. So she probably fucked some Arab guy on one of her business trips. And okay, whatever, and then she thought she was so cool. She was like breastfeeding and traveling and investment banker. And that's what, she's just an asshole. She's an asshole. And then they had, so the thing with, you don't know if any of the kids are yours. So Jessie then was born with the cleft lip, and she was pissed because she did the ultrasound or the amnio, and nothing came up as birth defects, and she was fucking pissed at the doctors. She was fucking pissed at the doctors. So the Habsburg lip the cleft lip is from inbreeding. So, you know, it's called incest. So then Gilly looks Arab too. So maybe, I don't know. And so Svi is a great dad, and maybe Deborah admitted to me that she was partying and drinking a lot at Berkeley, and Svi didn't like that. So she kind of cleaned it up, but she probably got pregnant with EJ, and maybe EJ isn't his either. So she doesn't look like Svi at all. None of them look like Svi. Anyway, you know, so Svi, this article, what people need to understand in the article is that all these fucking the stay-at-home dads were great, but the women were evil, you know, creating drugs for this, and she's an investment, and the other ones, like, they're just terrible cunt women. You're not supposed to, that's not your role. Your role is to be a mother and to be a nurturer. But Deborah had no nurturing skills, none. And neither does my sister, and neither does Erica or Estelle, or his third wife. None of them do. They're not. And I just think that's probably why Nancy gave up Johnny, my dad's second ex-wife, because she didn't want a boy. These women don't want boys. They hate sons. They hate boys. So they give them away, or they kill them. They murder them. And so they want daughters. You know, and Nancy and Sherry are like Velcro. So it's so obvious what's going on here. And so, and there's a lot going on, right? There's a lot going on, because I do believe that, you know, this Erin Rothschild Hicks, she's a piece of shit. And that's Deb Weiss's identical twin, separated at birth. And the American Medical Associations, they do what they want. They do what they want. So they fucking, the female identical twins and the males, you know, are rare. So they're gonna fuck, you know. So if you have a stupid mother like Elena Cunnings or whatever with her identical, you know, she abused her. She was terrible. And Cynthia abused them too. They were very terrible women, very bad mothers, terrible. They have no nurturing skills. It's like they're not even human. They're fucking animals. All they care about is money, or, you know, being art teachers when you don't have even a fucking college degree. Cynthia. Man, and so Svi then he becomes the director at this Jewish school, and you know, he was a devout Jewish man, conservative, not Orthodox, but he did everything. And so that's not how it's supposed to be, though. You're not supposed, the men are not supposed to be doing all of that. And he invited me to it all. And Deb was a bitch when she screamed on the bus in Peru. That's inappropriate. That's a cultural violation of their culture. They don't do that. So that was bad. And she's an asshole. And so, I don't even know if she's still alive. I Googled her, but I don't see her. And she might be dead, because she was getting very unhealthy. After she made like $42 billion for B of A, some bank merger, you know, she quit working, and then she did something else. I don't know if she's still alive or what she's doing, but EJ and Noah both went to Princeton. But you're not a math teacher. You're not a mathematician, EJ. Jesse's fucking a retard, you know, she's inbred retard, and Gilly was a fucking bitch. And she's a hoe. I saw a couple pictures of her a few years ago, just fucking slutting herself like Mary Charlotte. So I hope, you know, that Noah and Svi have a good bond. That's what I'm shooting for with men, is that you expose your fucking cunt daughters and your cunt wives or third wives or whatever wives. And so most Jewish men aren't going to divorce. He wouldn't divorce Deb for this is what's frustrating about men, but especially Jewish men. It's all over in the Torah, and that if your wife takes medication and doesn't nurture and is a bad mother, and if she cheats on you, and that's, you divorce her. You fucking, they murdered, they kill you. Or they let you live, but they made you go. Then it was humiliating because everyone knew you're like the Scarlet Letter. So why are you Jewish men? It's hypocrisy, Svi. If you're still with her, but you let her do all whatever, like be a terrible person. And so, yeah, she's the twin of, and Aaron Hicks is a terrible person for leaving her family. That's your family. That's the Rothschilds, is your family. They made a lot of money, the bankers. Those 5 guys came here in the 1700s, you fucking bitch. And then you're saying they're bad? And you accuse them. I don't even think the sodomy thing is like, I think they do maybe sodomize the girls because they don't want girls. They don't want to give, girls are unwanted. It's like I explained that yesterday. We have the overpopulation crisis. The all females need to be genocided or put in jails and prisons. They're not going to be genocided. Americans are not going to do that, obviously. You can go to Canada and euthanize yourself. It's legal to do that. But they're not going to do it because they love their lives and they want to just fucking harass you and mentally abuse you and do whatever, like Melania and the Trumps. They're not going to euthanize. So obviously, it's like the only thing that would help me with my stress level, just read this article and understand what I'm saying every day. And then, I'm going to go pretty soon and go for my walk, to the YMCA, because what else am I going to do? Sit around here with a bunch of fucking termites? And I'm not complaining. I'm just asking you men out there to turn in, and I'm like trying to be nice with my sister. It's like, okay, I took down the Red video because I'm not allowed to mention my kids or post pictures of my kids, but she's allowed to have that with my kids when I did everything. So I fall into this, I'm too nice. So I'm going to leave the white up there because that's all just Mary Charlotte and her vanity. And, it's like, oh my God, Patty, you're figuring it out, but I can't get any relief. I did a video on this. I can't get any relief. I've made up my mind for you. I can't get any relief because you men are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're coming over here and, telling me that Trump's a bad guy and Trump. Okay, but you should be calling the police on but then he wanted to have sex. He's sex. I shouldn't have, thank God Grande was out there. But God is watching me. God has got me. I'm not going to get raped by some guy from Snapchat. Hopefully he can, never come back here again and leave me alone and realize that he needs to stop having sex and turn in his mother and whatever girlfriend he's with. He didn't say he has a girlfriend or a wife, but his mother's undoubtedly a fucking cunt, and his aunts and his sisters and any woman that's ever known this guy, so Grande has never been married. He doesn't want to get married. He doesn't want to have kids. So be more like Grande. He says the women are not rude, bad to him, but he's in his car most of the time. He's not with women. He's not fucking women. He's not doing that. He does look out for his mother in Chicago, but I think he should turn her in for abusing him. So I'm not gonna, we had that conversation a couple days ago. I never hit my sons, but she hit him. She abused him. And so men need to understand, no, you got abused. You got verbally abused and gaslighted and manipulated, and anybody who lays a finger on their son. Smack the bitches. My mother smacked me and then kicked me out of the house when I was 15 for practicing my gymnastics. She's dead. And she died horribly. It was pathetic. It's fucking pathetic. She was so ugly in the end. I just wanted her to die. I was so fucking sick of it. And so these bitches just want all the attention. So do I think Grande should call the police and say, you know, my mom abused me? It's been years. There's a statue. I don't care. Try it. Do it. Or, you know, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. He's busy. He's working. He's doing whatever. I want my landlord to get the fuck away from his wife and his nasty, slutty, loud daughter. Who's calling him from Medina, and she's screaming in the background, "Hey, Daddy, the nutcrackers!" It's not your daughter, Joe. So, you know, it's like, okay.